Hello, everybody. Oh, it's been a while. It has been a while since I last streamed. Oh boy. What's new? Well, I set up a new streaming software. I did a bunch of
A
upgrades
fellow
on my
scientist.
Twitch channel page, and wow, we have a follower already. Hello, Aesthetics. Wait, that's a familiar name. Oh yeah. Hi. That's Boris. Okay. Oh no, wait, that's not what we want.
A
Yeah.
fellow scientist.
Oh. Hello again. Hi. Link. Hi, how you doing? I do have this one problem though, that I only have one monitor, so my actual chat is on my little phone here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, hey Sharon. How you doing, man? Hey, hey, hey. So yeah, I'm doing an absolute poverty setup, just like my ships in Eve, essentially. But I did put in some effort into actually, making it all look decent and set up my hotkeys and all the good stuff. Anyway, so the objective for today is actually to build a Thunderchild. I have purchased the special materials that you need for it, and I believe I might be missing a little bit of some Megasite, Noxium, I don't remember. Luckily we do have a mining anomaly here in this system, and it's been relatively quiet. But before any of this happens, I wanted to ship some blueprints and BPOs, BPCs. That's right, gotta work with what I got. It's really inconvenient, but what can you do? It looks like we haven't scanned down the wormhole exit next to us that leads to the Jita space, so I'm gonna go actually check it out, see if there is a wormhole to scan down. If it is, great. I'll scan it down, bookmark it, and I will be using it. Arbitrator on scan. Okay. There is a wormhole in this system, but it leads somewhere on the other side of the forge, which not really what we want. Really should be cloaked. Oh well. So yeah, I need to contract my main. This is the character that can actually move around Pochvan. I'm gonna go get my yacht. I need to reshuffle my pods around because I plan to do abyssals and some Losec system. We do have a couple of things here. Oh, someone just scanned down. Let's see, assertion, KLS, QLS. Still up. Alright. I think this has been added for a while. I didn't pay any attention. Oh. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get my industry guy to contract my main, the blueprints, BPOs, BPCs, and I'm gonna move it to the Asbill. What else? I have most of the materials that I need for the Thunderchild, and while I'm in my yacht, I'll need to get the BPCs. I think I can afford 4 BPCs. Yeah. So I'll grab all those at a local DED store. This will be interesting. Actually, no, they're landing off grid. Don't worry about it. It's always fun to watch NPCs fight. But even though they're like 10,000 kilometers away, it doesn't stop this raptor from just shooting into the void. I love NPCs in this game.
Warp drive active.
Anyway, yes, we're in an empty pod, or at least as empty as it can be. We grab a shuttle, we go find the yacht, then we I do need to move either mid grades here. Actually, I don't need to do that just yet. I know I need to move my high grades to the low sec system.
Docking request accepted.
High grades, I don't need those just yet. That's confusing. Like, this is not urgent, this is just something that I need to do, so I guess I should just leave it for later. There's just a lot of holding. Did my YouTube start up? Let's see. So far, no dropped frames. I'm very happy to see that.
Warp drive active.
My email says the YouTube is live, but my dashboard says it isn't, so. I don't know. I don't know. Voo wormhole? What's that? POU? Wait, really? From where Ashoda leads directly to the DED store? Thank you. I'm glad you told me that's literally just one jump. Anyway. We warp to 0 because we're cool like that. Yeah, okay, so there's a Dracon scan. We get the BPOs and the BPCs, move that shit to Urashoda, come back, get the Thunderchild BPCs, and I believe I'm gonna be a bit short on 1 or 2 minerals, but luckily it's just the hello. Luckily it's just the null ore, so if I was to mine Talisonite, I have a couple of ults that can do that with boosts. Yeah, Noxium Megasite, perfect. If I mine this, I'll be peachy. There's actually it's called Ubiquitous Mineral Field, and I believe it contains all 3 Triglavian ores. I went to check it earlier today, right after downtime. One jump from last to the comment. Thank you. I hope this music's not too loud. Should be fine. Still no drop frames. And I'm glad I moved to Krillier and Rancer. That's where you get smart bombed, by the way. Anyway, I'm glad I moved to OBS Studio instead of Streamlabs OBS, because that thing just used up all of my CPU. It's a lot of orcas and skiffs with very Russian names. Insertion. Why? 0.7. Oh, there's a ice pelt. Okay. Could you enlighten me what? Oh, Streamlabs. Is that what it is? SIOBS? What do you mean by that? Streamlabs. It's very user friendly, which is why that's what I started using back when I was just, you know, trying stuff out. And it was okay. It was okay. And what's this thing called again? They're so similar, like even the UI is very similar. OBS Studio. It's a lot less user unfriendly, but it took me about 2 days to get literally everything done. Like, you know, I have the shortcuts to go from, you know, this to, you know, my alts, 2, 3, 4. I know that it's just a black screen right now, but that's because, you know, I don't have any alts right now. What else? I believe this is the break button. I should test it out. I haven't actually done it in a live environment. It works. Yeah. So that's very good.
Warp drive active.
But that's, yeah, there's no problem with using Streamlabs OBS, but with me, like I said, I'm using like poverty setup. I'm running on a laptop that has a broken monitor, so it's like standing somewhere on a balcony over there. Just has like cables going out here, and actually it's very neat. It's very clean. It's a gaming laptop, and it can support a lot of stuff, like even some of the AAA games, but it overheats. It overheats because it's a laptop, right? That's just what laptops do. Even if you paste it, clean it regularly, you know, when you play a demanding game and then you try to stream it as well, on Streamlabs especially, you know. Oh my god. I know it's supposed to be winter, but this heat from the radiators is driving me crazy. Should get a haircut too, because I know all this hair actually heats up your head and makes your body think it's a lot warmer than it actually is. So, what are the chances there's a gate camp? Like, I know we're not gonna get affected, we're just gonna bounce, but essentially, this is what Mbeke goes to Creolair and then Rancer. That gate is always camped. Especially when I need to move something with my DST, you know. It's always fun to go through there with my DST. Love it.
Drive active.
Oh, very good. You gate check? I think I tried using it when I was just a little new bro. I think I remember it, but I don't actually use it. Because for me, really, it doesn't matter if there's a gate camp or not. Um, I usually just make the decision to go through it anyway. Especially if it's a high-sec connection, it's not that difficult to escape in your DST. You can always just, you know, if you see like they have an insta decloak acceptor, a Shimu, insta points, all that, you can make the decision to just MW decloak back to the gate and then overheat your afterburner when they decloak you. You know, overheat your ancillary reparee. You're not gonna die. Or you can be cheeky and try to just warp out. Okay, there's nobody here. Local. I mean, don't have any criminals in system. I don't want to make this trip twice, so I'm just gonna bounce. They might be taking a break. I don't know. How does the system even look? Rancer's horrible. The best bet would be like the Planet 4. Because, yeah, it doesn't matter. If I go from here and there's a
Warp drive
cloaky
active.
smart bomber, I'm gonna die anyway from this angle. Yeah. So let's just hope there isn't one. Because, one thing I hate more than dying in this game is wasting my time. I just hate I think it's actually just as bad as dying. I know there's, you know, people say, oh, it's a video game. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's right. They move one gate over in Rancer. So would this be possible to escape if I was in a DST? We have 2 mechs, which will chase me because I'm in a shuttle. Ishimu, yeah, I could probably escape this if I was in a DST. Luckily, these are hypotheticals that we do not need to concern ourselves with.
Warp drive active.
Is that mech in warp? It's just aligned. Didn't see them warp. Ooh. Leopard Mimesis set? And you got smart bomb. Yeah. I think the biggest loss I experienced with smart bombs was high grade crystals. And that one loss was basically enough for me to
Warp drive active.
just ping before I it also prepared me for nullsec as well. Okay, so they're not sometimes they have one guy here at least. Okay.
Warp drive active.
You know what I should have brought? I should have brought filament. So I could take the filament straight to Pochvin. That's sad. And like, you know, you might think, oh, well, that's scary. You want to be traveling with like multi-billions in your cargo in the form of BPOs. Well, we rarely have gate
Warp
camps.
drive active.
In fact, pretty much never. The only thing that camps you is the NPCs. And I have good standings with 2 out of 3 of them. Then the yacht. Practically, you can't catch that thing. Wobbles, scrams, it has... No. It would actually be faster to... What was I doing? Yeah, at least quite. Cladistic? Yeah. There might be one in Rennes actually. Damelin, the place I'm going to, is 4 jumps from Rennes, so it might be a bit pricey, but better than going back to Rancer and getting
Active.
smart bombed by battleships in the yacht. You can still die to that. Not fun. I always go through this high-sec island system, and it's very, very intriguing. Where are we? There we go. Doesn't have any other connections. Low sec all around. It's a 0.5 system, and it's an Edencom system. So mine away. You have all the bonuses.
Active.
Like no ganker is ever gonna come here, so you could definitely use Hulks if you want those high sec minerals. But then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 belts. You know, like if you have 4 alts, Hulks and an Orca, you will actually chew through that faster than they can respawn. So maybe it's not so good. So the other thing we'll be doing for sure is mining and push run today. I have my main who can fly Prospect, Endurance. My 2 other alts who can only fly Ventures, unfortunately. And I have a Porpoise. So the yield is actually not bad. Being able to mine spotty main as well is very handy. The one thing I wish we had in here is Bistot, or Bisto, whatever how you pronounce it. So like spotty main and Bisto. But oh well. The Triglavian ore is pretty good. But it is counterbalanced by, the fact that you can't really use barges or exhumers unless you want to die. Like any number of things can kill you. Just starting from NPCs to random players who just filament into your system. And not to mention that the mining anomalies when you warp in, we'll see that later. When you warp in at it's like a fact war site. You cannot warp within the anomaly. You cannot just save an asteroid and then just bounce back to it. And these asteroid field anomaly things, they just stretch out for about 200 kilometers each way. So, right now, I'm mining in those 3 frigates. I'm leveling my ults to fly prospects as well. But even then, it takes a solid 2 or 3 minutes for the porpoise to, fly towards the refinery, deposit the ore, and then come back and then micro warp drive towards the mining frigates. I think that's still a better way to do it than sending the frigates one by one, because they are the majority of the mining yield.
Warp drive active.
Draugr boosts. I know. Was it you? Like 2 or so months ago, you were trying out Draugr boosts, and in Archie, I think. We were talking about it. It's fine, but I still think Porpoise as a holer is a better idea. Or someone else? I don't remember. Sorry.
Warp drive active.
I still think it's better to give boost as a Porpoise. Better bonus. I mean the refinery is like right there, so you just need to fly to it and deposit it. I think that's better than losing 3 mining frigates at the same time. Yeah, because they would have to mine up, fill up their cargo hold, which could interfere with their mining cycles, especially if they are, those deep core mining lasers that can fit crystals. Those are like 2 minutes, and they give you a lot of ore in those 2 minutes. So, like if you're mining spotty mine, for example, which is very handy. Ah, boost. Okay, that's a valid point. It's a lot more. It's a lot more effort, though, I'd say. I mean, you could boost your whole fleet to safety, like if there's. But then again, you're in Ventures and Prospects. You can warp out in 2 seconds, so I don't know. Maybe. What was I doing? The yacht. Yes. Do we have any implants in this system that I need to move? I have this, which is fine actually, because I can move this in case I ever get a Marauder, which I don't think I will or should, if I'm honest. I need to move my Ascendancies to somewhere like Perimeter, purely for the yacht. You know what, I'm gonna leave this for now. Don't think I need it. Cladistic. No. No cladistic, okay. Now it's probably a good time to log in my ults. I do fly my ults in potato mode. We'll see how my computer handles it. And YouTube still says that there is no stream. I was trying out Restream.io so I can like multi-stream to two platforms at the same time. Do you guys have a watermark on the stream somewhere? Because there was mention of that you might need to endure a watermark with this feature. Aside from that, I don't think there's anything else. Nope. Nope. So. I guess I'm just gonna have to contract the containers. Yes. Yes. Oh boy, it's loading the full list. Just finish. Finish. Okay, good. Oh yeah, so here's another thing. I'm using Evo Preview, except. Yes. I'm using Evo Preview, so I have like these little windows on my screen. If I was to switch to this thing. Hello, hello, okay. You can still hear me. And I believe you can now see my windows, my Evo Preview windows. So I would usually have like my mining boost right here, my main, and then my two other alts up here. It's very convenient, but when I do the when I do it the proper way, you cannot see them because it just broadcasts the whole window, which I don't think is a problem, really. Okay. All right. Here we go. Time to die. Time to lose it all. Bang bang. Bang bang. Okay. I've done this before. I moved it to and from nullsec when I lived in the initiative. Shouldn't be a problem, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Well, that's a whole 7 meters cubed of blueprints. That's a lot of blueprints. Yeah, we're good. OPSEC stuff. It's okay. I trust you guys. All 2 of you that are watching. Maybe there's more, I don't know. Because I don't, poverty setup. So do we want to go to Ren's? Or do we want to just... I think we should. No. I'm just gonna leave all the blueprints here until I go get the thing. Come back here and then put them in. Like, this is the scenario where the... Let's see, where's Friends? Right here. This is the scenario where ascendancies would be amazing, because it's very difficult to lose a yacht. Like, a lot of things have to go wrong, and I have to be like AFK or something. This thing already travels, let me tell you, at almost 14 AU a second. With ascendancies, I think this goes like 17, almost 20. I don't remember. But yeah, in Triglavian space, there is a 30% warp speed penalty, which the yacht just doesn't care about because it goes so fast. And then we set that demo.
Warp drive active.
And 0 Dropped frames. How's the quality? So I'm running at 1080 30 FPS. Is it blurry at all? Is it good? I know Eve is a lot more, you know, it's just a lot of boxes. It's not a particularly flashy game, but, you know, still, if it looks good,
Active.
then it looks good. Then I'm happy to hear it. Hmm. Amazing. Oh my god, there are 2 belts in here? Skip, skip, skip. Orca, orca, orca. Skip, 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 skip. Orca, orca. Venture. Endurance. Alright, I should not be laughing at the Endurance. Endurance is a good ship. Without boosts, it does better.
Active.
Without boosts, it does better than a Prospect in terms of just mining. Considering you have max mining and drone skills. Before I dock.
Docking permission
Nothing.
requested.
No, there's nothing. Oh, I should have thought about this. Alright, was there any other? 16 million to Perun. That's fine,
Docking permission requested.
I think.
Docking request accepted.
Oh crap. I kicked my table. Scratchy, scratchy leg. Alright, let's log out my indie guy for a sec. Buy this. The saddest thing is I have a bunch of them just sitting in Urashoda.
Warp drive active.
Still, I think it'll be safer to go throughout all of Triglavian space with this ship than even Losec. At least I hope that's the case. Not really something I want to be doing, but I'd like to get my blueprints into the nullsec bonus structure. Because yeah, for the first time I actually started mining enough to, you know, build stuff profitably, and especially with, you know, things like, what was it, Typhoon fleets. I had a bunch of BPCs for that from my THAC days. And now I have enough DDLP for... Oh. Yes. Yeah. So, if I had 2,500, I could buy 5. Am I right or am I wrong?
Warp drive active.
Oh, I didn't check for home improvements. That would have been, I could have been arguably worse, because it's only a third chance that I could, you know, I'd get the right system. What was I just thinking? I was onto something. Oh yes, I was gonna check the LP store, make sure that Thunderchild is indeed 500 points. I believe it is. Dock.
Warp drive active.
Yes. DED. Blueprints included. Wait, what? DED also sell Mimesis? That's not okay.
Docking permission requested.
So we don't really have anything that exclusive at the Triglavian store. Skybreaker blueprint is, yeah, 250, so Thunderchild is 500 indeed. Okay. And 10 million. Wait a second. LP store. Did I buy these? It also requires Triglavian sublight telemeter, Triglavian trans. Because I bought the material construction special whatchamacallums. Funny materials that you need for Edencom ships. I might not have the special stuff. It's alright. We have a connection to a DED station from our home system, so I'd rather just get a look at it myself. Form complete. There we go. Is it here? With this did I not bring it? Jesus Christ. I actually left it at the station, I think. Like this stick. I did too. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I'm bringing the blueprints with me. I might as well check for the home system filaments as well. Which way is it? I'm so bad with directions.
Warp drive active.
The worst part is I've spent like the last 2 days pretty much non-stop figuring out OBS Studio and doing literally like all the little things like badge icons, emotes on my Twitch page. And like everything is set up for pretty much every eventuality. Like if I have subs out of nowhere, they will have badges. If I have tier 2, tier 3 subs, they will have badges and rewards and stuff. Like this is, I wouldn't say unreasonable, but it is done now. Anyway, so I'm really tired, and as you can tell, I'm just dropping the ball big time. And I don't know if I can afford to drop the ball living in Triglavian space, if I'm honest. Last time I streamed, I was farming standings with a jackdaw in Senda, the Triglavian system. And that was before I joined my current corporation, / alliance, Stribo Clade. I like it. We do a lot of fun stuff. And they are recruiting. So yeah, literally on the day that I applied, while my application was still in the works, some members from that alliance tried to murder me. Is there an insta-doc? Okay, well as long as there aren't any natives there, we should be fine. I was in my Raven just killing all kinds of battleships, Eden Comtra and drifters. No, we good, I think. Are we good? We should be good. And then we can warp to that trace and then bounce. Anyway, the members tried to kill me, but then their lock failed. So I kept the Raven, and then I lost it a couple months later to drifters, as you do. Home? I guess we also have border. Oh, look at this. If I do border, there's a 2 in 3 chance that I get the right-ish area. Border. Did I spell border wrong? I did. Ah, look at this. I think this is the best one to get. An extraction. I don't think there's such thing as a bad system for me. Like I'm not really gonna just sit around for 15 minutes to take another filament. I'll take an extraction, sure, because things can go terribly wrong. 9 million. Jesus Christ. I have all these filaments back at home. Extraction. Border. Good. We have everything we need. Boy. Let's just do something like this. Fingers crossed for Senda, or what is it, Attila that Senda's connected to?
Warp drive active.
Even if it's on the other side, right? That also connects to Bailey's is fine. But there is, you know, an absolute worst case where I spawn on the other side of the triangle. Can I even spawn it here? Border. What? Border search, please. Element. What is this? Is this some kind of joke? I don't like this. Use. Activate. Further than 1,000 kilometers from that abyssal trace. Okay.
Warp drive active.
This should be fine. That would be the 22 point. Let's remove this, because I'm actually putting these in the Alliance bookmarks folder. Nobody wants to see that. This apple juice is so good. Okay. Oh, that's right, I am cloaked. Give it a second. I am in fleet, yeah. I put up a fleet before I left for the trade hub. I find that pretty silly. Like, I want to use it on my own, you know? What's wrong with that? Sakenta and Como. Como, is that... Are we at all next to where we need to be? Yeah, kind of. Could be worse.
Warp drive active.
So we're on the other side of the triangle. Could be a lot worse. This is fine. I don't think they patched it, no? Those crabs in the .7 system on the ice belts were just kind of killing each other. Either bumping or ganking. We're good. I really should be cloaking, but I don't think I need to cloak until there's a need for it. Because this thing has a 30-second cooldown on its cloak. Like, there isn't gonna be any sane people just sitting here on these gates and trying to camp it. That's how you die. So I guess that's one good thing. There is no player gate camps. There are NPC gate camps, but they are entirely avoidable. And then, in Winter Showdown, I will deliver these blueprints.
Warp drive active.
I should be cloaking around Trigladians though. They are technically my friends, but there is an aggro bug where they will just start attacking you for no reason. I think it's to do with... Whoa. Just appeared out of nowhere. I think it's to do with when you attack their target, they get glitched out and then they start attacking you. Because it happens between themselves as well. Like they actually fight each other after killing the enemy, which is weird. It's like, I mean, canonically you could explain it as them securing their kill, you know, because they're like a faction that thrives on fighting each other and others, I guess, as a way to prove themselves. But gameplay wise, it sucks. it sucks. You know, they're blue to you, they're literally blue in the UI, and they still attack you.
Warp drive active.
Cheetah, that doesn't look like our symbol, and a Vigil on the scan. Typically, unless it's like a T3C or a fleet of ships doing combat sites, I I want to leave everyone here alone. I want the inhabitants of Pochfen to just kind of get along with each other. Because, you know, fighting is not sustainable. You can't rebuild the structures. It's better to be united against people from the outside. In case somebody does come for you, you better have friends. Right? You don't want a situation where, you know, the nullsec war concludes, right? Oh wow, look at this. So many wrecks. You could actually make so much money here. Vale. Vale alligates. Okay. Yeah, you don't want a situation where like a big conflict concludes and people try to find their next target. And they say, Triglavian space. It's inconvenient, it's weird, but you know, it's like a wormhole eviction type thing. Was a cheetah there? On the
Warp
gate with
drive
me?
active.
Yeah, so I'd prefer if everyone here was friends, because this place is hostile enough as it is. Hello Sharon! Hey! Your scout team in, I love it. Was that you who died in the cheetah 2 days ago? On a drift a hole? I think it was someone else, but I just remember it was a cheetah, so I immediately thought of you. Probably not.
Warp drive active.
Alright, now that I'm here, I can join back the standing fleet. Go check the D&D thing, because I'm pretty sure that it has additional costs. So I'm not sure how profitable it's going to be, because I did not include those in the initial calculation. So, manufacturing has bill, yes. Don't have containers here, which is sad, so just gonna let this buggy UI do its thing. And the best part, unlike the old wormholes, or even current wormholes, it's just so easy to extract. Say you're being evicted. You take everything that is valuable, right? There's just 2.7, apparently, supposed cost, 2.7 bill of these blueprints. And that's just counting the BPOs, it doesn't include BPCs. You take that, take a DSD, take all the other valuable green, blue, loot, whatever, filament out. Boom. Like you literally, you just warp to a safe, you press a button, and you're pretty much safe. What was I doing? Nin. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
Oh, okay, so you haven't died recently. Back component. What? Reaching the end of its life, so fine. What's going on here? A line of MTUs with an arbitrator at the end of it. Who? Blades of Dawn. Things are changing so fast. I'm not keeping up at all. Alright, let's see. DED. Master, that's fine. 2 jumps. Better than nothing. We have a
Warp drive
wormhole
active.
mark? We do. Okay. Today's a perfect day for mining as well. Gee. We're 77. Pretty sure we'll be able to purchase the needed
Warp drive
materials.
active.
Anyway, yeah, today's a good day to mine in Urashoda, because there's only one wormhole, and that is a high-sec connection, which spawns Eden comp ships, which I'm friendly with. So there might be some remnants of drifters if people haven't taken care of them, but they do eventually despawn. Oh, perfect.
Warp drive active.
I also need to know how heavy these things are, because I might need to grab my Viator for this. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to mine Talisonite and Rakavine. From what I've seen, Besnitin is kind of...
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, Besnitin is just not very good, considering you have spodumene, which produces an excess amount of isogen anyway. I mean, I guess if you don't have anything better to mine for, blueprint. Mimesis, yeah, that's not even exclusive to... This doesn't make sense. Look at this. Wait, what? Snirl Boost is listed in the D&D inventory as a modification by Concord Weapon Technologies of standard capsuleer and plant templates with control, blah blah blah. So do these differ? They shouldn't, but do these differ at all from the Triglavian mimesis? I don't think they do. Yeah, so here we go, 800 of stuff. Let's go to Eve Appraisal and check it out. Still 0 frames dropped. Sick. EveAppraisal.com. As soon as I can start the manufacture process on one of those battleships, I think I'll conclude the stream there, because mostly I'm just testing stuff out. I'll still have to see what's going on with this YouTube thing, but it looks like everything that I've set up is working perfectly fine. Much better than Streamlabs. Anywho, can't really copy this, so I'll just have to Triglavian sublight telemeter. Sublight telemeter times 800. Did that work? It did. Oh! Estimated sell value 214 million. And then if we also add... Hello? Triglavian what? Sub... Transconduit datacaster. Wow, these are stupid. Triglavian... Transconduit Daily caster times 800. Submit. And I couldn't find it. Probably misspelt it. Triglavian transconduit data caster. Transconduit telecaster. Oh, I spelled it right. I'm gonna assume it's another 200 million or so, which is 400 million of additional costs. Can't say I like that. It makes it a lot less anything profitable. Put this over here. Transconduit. Oh, I did Telecaster, it's Datacaster. Datacaster. Oh, no, they're a lot cheaper. Alright, so it's actually 232 million of additional costs, which... Alright, let's see what happens. I'm gonna log in my industry guide, go simulate the blueprint in the Asbel. Because if I can't, can I even break even with that? The good thing is that the structure is bonused to battleship construction, but that doesn't help with additional costs at all. Sublight telemeter. That stuff's ridiculously expensive. What am I in a purpose that is in the refining thing? Actually, I'm just gonna go in my pod. So I'll need to come back here for the ship to mine. Or no. There's no point doing it. Dock. So I'll essentially need to compare the prices. Exclude the mineral prices because I have the minerals. I'll need to include the 10 million. Where's the thing? The 10 million for the blueprint.
Active.
And then the roughly 200 and what was it? 230 million of these other telemeters and sublight data casters. Such made up names. See now the Stormbringer, that's a different story. It's literally half that. Still. I mean that's expensive. Like I'd have to be killing Triglavians or at least looting them.
Accepted.
And I believe I sold most of my stuff to just Jita because I didn't know what to spend it on. And I needed the cash fast. But you know, now that I'm thinking ahead, I really should look into acquiring these items and while I'm in Parchment. So, and I believe that should have switched to my alt that is in potato mode. I'm gonna double check that it did. It did. Awesome. And industry. So I find it hard to actually simulate anything in here accurately. So, because if I just type in Thunderchild, if I just type that in and put this in here, can't simulate the facility. I can't say, hey, apply these bonuses from this structure. And why don't I have this? Because I do. What are they called again? Electromagnetic something something. Electromag. Oh right, I do have these. It's just it thinks it doesn't have them. So ignore this because I already have all of this. I do. In fact, we have a 5.2% I believe bonus. The ship itself, yeah, so this window is actually useless. I'm not getting any information from this. And if we go to the market, and look for a thunder. I should have a hotkey for sharing my main screen right now. Anyway, so in perimeter, they go for 545, and that's the sell price. The buy price goes for 475. So technically I'm still making a huge profit. Even if I just go to the buyers. Because look. I should set up a hotkey for this. Where's screen capture? Screen capture. Switch to scene 7 on my num key. Oh, perfect. So I believe, yep, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stream ending. I think the break is 0. Insert. Yep. Okay, so everything's set up correctly, and as I remembered. So I can hide this. Don't want to flash my Eve launcher with all my details. That would be embarrassing. This here is fine. So yeah, Thunderchild. Assuming I'm lazy, I'm super lazy, right? There's actually someone in Ren's trying to buy it for 223. But we're gonna ignore that because holding into Ren's is gonna be difficult, especially if I build all 4 of them. So 475, right? If I just want to sell it, just like that. Eve appraisal for these 2 things is 232 sell, right? If I just want to buy it instantly. And that's it. The other cost is 10 million. 10 million for the blueprint. So 242, 475. And the job cost is, it doesn't tell me because it doesn't want to simulate the structure. At the end of the day, I just want to build one, maybe not even for profit, just for myself. And then maybe I can spend the rest of the LP to build everything else. Like, what else is available? Switch back to tech. Right, apart from the Thunderchild. I flew the cruiser, maybe even the frigate. Actually, I did not fly the frigate. I did fly the cruiser, and it did okay in those drone sites in Pochven. But, you know, you could just get a smart bombing battleship, and it's that much cheaper, and if you die, you get the insurance back. How much for a large? Look, these things are super cheap. You get a compact Orton thingamajig. Like, this is a lot more obtainable. The ammo. I have to buy the ammo. I mean, build the ammo myself, actually. What does it consume? Yeah, these things are for sale. I've seen these. How do you get these things? Man, the rabbit hole is just getting deeper. Electro... Yeah, so you can turn them in by giving them more of this Triglavian crap. The sublight telemeter and the transconduit datacaster. I've seen these things, but they drop in such abysmally low quantities from Triglavian wrecks. I mean, I suppose, right, if you're doing Triglavian sites, like if you're with Edencom and you're actually just killing all the Triglavians, killing the Zernitra, you know, those dread sites, I suppose you will be getting a crap ton of these materials. But we don't really get a lot of these. On occasion, you know, you see Triglavian reds die, and that's where you go to collect the little scraps that you can barely turn into anything. Quantum engineering, Jesus Christ, 40,000. Oh, it's Triglavian. Don't care about that. I already have that. I thought there was such thing as Edencom encryption methods. Because surely you're gonna need that for inventing Edencom stuff. Oh, I think it's called Upwell. Yeah, here we go. Upwell encryption methods. Requires what? For what are these? Like on the market, I remember they like 1.5 bill, anywhere from 1 to 2 bill. These skill books on the market. It's ridiculous. And then do I really want to fly the Thunderchild without, you know, Tech 2 modules? Like I'd just be using compact everything? Maybe. At that point, it's kind of getting questionable. The whole ship line is just so strange. Show everything with blueprints. Thunderchild. Yep. I can still build the Thunderchild at a profit, at about 200 at least. I think that I'll just do that first. And then we can talk about everything else. Where's the large photon projector? Large consortium photon projector. Jesus Christ. Look at these costs. I mean, who is ever gonna want to use something like this? Or something so expensive and something that is just so meh. Okay. Okay. I know what I must do now. Let's head back to Urshoda. Now go grab my Viator, head to Jita, buy the stuff, come back here.
Warp drive active.
Buy the thingamajiggies, go back, see what I'm missing. Simple as that. Hecate on the gate with a bestower next to it. This is Losek. What's happening? Is this guy actually just AFKing towards the boat? He's dead. This tune's 8 years old, and it's autopiloting through Losek. Oh my. I don't want to watch this.
Warp drive active.
Oh god. He's already dead. Oh, that was interesting. Okay. Wonderful. The thingamajiggy collapsed. Let's delete this. Well, if they are light enough, I can just go to Judo in this thing, but I don't think they are light. I think they're quite heavy actually. Triglavian Tele something. That one. Mass 20. And I need 800 of them. That's like a lot of M cubed. The FH, that doesn't exist either. Okay. When was this added? apparently we go here. Oh, you're right.
Warp drive active.
Well, thanks for scanning it down. You saved me. Yeah. We go there, pick up the biothor, go to Jito, come back here. Or if there's one close to Jito, we just go there instead. Yeah, thank you for coming out. Thank you for actually scanning me out. That was great.
Warp drive
Stay
active.
safe.
Warp drive active.
Why are there probes out? There's only 2 anomalies in the system. Much confusion. So yeah, it's not gonna be quite a 400 mil profit. It's gonna be a 200 mil profit. At worst. That is if I just go to the buyer and say, yep, here you go. I might put them up for sale, but then who's gonna wanna buy them? What am I doing? Is it better to just construct some battleship instead? Like Tech 1 and just sell that? Nah. I want to build a Thunderchild. I know for a fact I'm not gonna lose money. I'm just not gonna make like a ridiculous amount of money. Wow. I'm getting Vaga. I really should be in fleet. Okie dokie. Up there.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
There it is. Dock. Gojira. I think I'm back. We'll start off with just the one for now. I could buy 2, but I'm gonna leave some money just in case. What's this?
Warp drive active.
Tech 1 sitting here. I don't know how I feel about people using the Vagabond to farm Edencom. They're not, like, Edencom are not really that dangerous. At least the ones on the wormhole. You just kind of pull them away slowly and they just slowly slow boot towards you. God, I still hope this wormhole is here. I should have time.
Warp drive active.
Oh, whoa, what am I doing? Cloak up. We have 2 scrams on field and I almost let them get me. That would have been bad. Oh, that would have been a nasty loss. Five jumps. Let's see if they're selling in perimeter or Jita. Triglavian Tele. Yep, and then Triglavian Theta. So yeah, Cheetah. Perimeter. Citadel.
Active.
Oh man, I actually jump out of the forge for a jump or two? Yeah, for 2 jumps. Looks like everything's being sold in Jita, so we'll just go there. FK for a minute.
Warp drive active.
This is so ridiculous. Like, I wish I could simulate. Okay, that makes sense. I know I can't build this. All blueprints, something like this. Looks like this is quite profitable. Alright, we're back in the forge. Let's see. Perimeter, actually this is the cheaper one. And Jita. So it'll be cheaper to buy this in Jita, and cheaper to buy this and the perimeter. You buy 800 of these. That's expensive. That's not what appraisal said at all. No, that's right. Buy that. And then the transconduit system. Buy 800 of these. So that's roughly. Let's go talk. Tranquility Trading Tower. So we just spent. $231 million plus the blueprint, 241. We can exclude the minerals because I mined them myself. And
Docking request accepted.
still think it would be, yeah, definitely. Even with all of this, it's a 200 million profit once I deliver it. This is the cheap stuff, so no need to worry about being ganked.
Warp drive active.
I also want to know where the closest DED store is from Jita. 11 jumps. No, we're not doing it. Yeah, and you have to go through Tama, so definitely not. Let's see, withdraw camp. Yes.
Warp drive
Cloak,
active.
autopilot.
Autopilot engaged.
There's an Anshar.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted. Autopilot disabled. Waypoint reached.
Even in Jita, no frame lost. I like it. Ah, I had these on me the whole time. On my raptor, that's good. Device recovered from a wreck of a Triglavian collective invasion vessel. Alright. Also recovered from the wreck of a Triglavian collective. So they're just pretty much the same description. Oh, one's just better than the other. Okay. That's it. Right, we're just playing one. Yep. Now we head back to Urshoda. Yeah, we go 5 jumps out to the Senda wormhole, which is this way. We jump through to Urshoda. And hope we don't get NATO'd here.
Active.
Okay, good. Then we take another 3 jumps to get the actual blueprint. Come back, build it. But I can actually find out exactly what I'm missing right now. Put this in here. Gate looks safe.
Warp drive active.
This will be 5%. I believe it's 5.2. Can actually. Hello. Hello. Use blueprints. This is so laggy when there's so many blueprints in one place. It does not like that at all. Use it. And the bonus is, in fact, warp jump.
Warp drive active.
Structure, yeah, and install rig 4.2, so that would be 5.2%. Can't do the 0.2%, so we'll just go with 5. God, I wish I could just kind of. I really need containers. This is not good. Jump.
Warp drive active.
Do we have enough megasites? Yes, we do. Do we have Zydrine? Yes, we do. We don't have enough Noxium. We have enough Pyrite. We have enough Isogen. We have enough Tritanium. Pyrite mix. Blah, 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 blah. So yeah, we're just missing a little bit of Noxium. And I believe Talisonite is our best friend for that. Noxium, yep. That's the highest concentration of Noxium. That was actually my Discord ping. Ignore that.
Warp drive active.
Let me turn on streamer mode. There we go. Yeah, so we have everything but the Noxium, and it's not really going to take us that long to get it. Cool. Let's warp to ascend the wormhole. Oh, did it just close on me as well? Did they add a new one just now? 13. Oh, yeah, okay, so it's not this one. People didn't update the bookmarks. So where is it? It was Sirtion, wasn't it? Well, either way, we're gonna find out.
Warp drive active.
So this would have been added 12 hours ago, roughly. We're so close. there such thing as ARZ in here? No, there isn't. God damn it, people.
Warp drive active.
Guess it really was Cercertion. Cercertion. What a name. So we're just a couple of jumps from getting the blueprint, and then we go mining. Ooh, exciting stuff. And yes, it's still here.
Warp drive active.
God, what is my line time on this thing? 4 seconds. Oh my, that's what I'm running? Why? I believe without it I go 6-second line, and with it 4 seconds. Okay, so it's definitely worth it. I remember now why I did it. And 2, or should I?
Warp drive active.
Ubiquitous material, ubiquitous mineral, border. We only have one of those ore fields in our system, which is plenty for what I need. I'm not going to be mining way too much. I'm going to be mining just enough to get the Noxium. And in here, we'll walk this way.
Warp drive
I believe this
active.
is all I need. This small again. Like that. Just actually, that is fine. These people are still going at it. Okay. Personally, I'm not a big fan of destroying my standings with Edencom, because you know I do like to have free travel. Like, not once did I have to worry about standings when jumping through wormholes. It's so convenient. DD, 2 jumps. Perfect.
Warp drive active.
Make sure I'm on the right tab. Oh, that's good. I'm very happy with how this stream is turning out, though. I'll have to look back at it when I upload it to YouTube. But I'm pretty sure that there aren't any issues. With Streamlabs I had problems all the time, like my stream would just end, like it would just stop, and it wouldn't tell me. The bitrate would just go to 0, and it would still think that the stream is going, which...
Warp drive
a little suspicious as terror here. Just aligning to a point in space. Alright. Oh, remember the simpler times when the Astero is all that you needed? You would go exploring and just lose yourself and probably die over and over.
Requested. Docking request accepted.
So, Thunder. Child. Apparently I don't have the things. What about now? Okay, let's reload this page. Thunderchild. Thank you. Bang. I'm now a proud owner of the Thunderchild BPC. Gonna head back to Weir Showdown. Put it in a nice little safe space. And go get myself some Noxium. Let me think. How much Noxium am I missing? Do I really need to bring out all the ults? I mean, I suppose the obvious answer is yes, because that's faster and it's currently very safe. Alright. Start logging them in. The ultimate stress test for the stream. Still good so far. CPU usage going up.
Warp drive active.
Gonna make sure my recording is turned off.
Connecting.
Okay, get this guy in.
Connecting.
Very good. Up to the wormhole at 0.
Warp drive active.
That's good. Let's change my pods from training to just empty. Yeah. Change this. Change this. Apparently this ult had Genolution pods somewhere. It's kind of weird. What? What? How did it just collapse? I went through here just now. Someone rolling it? That would have been nice to know. Luckily for me, I have a filament. Let's see how lucky or unlucky we are. Let's see where we land. It's always worth to have one of these. And not great, not terrible. 4 jumps. Gotta check my D scans here. Very good.
Warp drive active.
My eyes aren't working right. Let's close Discord. Let's close all of these tabs in Chrome. What is happening? People are fighting. That's fine. Veil. Very close to us. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
So the danger right now would be, I don't know, drag bubbles. Like I said, there aren't really any proper gate camps. At least not that I've seen so far in my two something months here. You can get these solo people who will set up bubbles 100k from the gate, and then either solo you in a saber or get something nasty like a pilgrim on you. Because, you know, the NPCs land at 0 on the gate, so you'll have a chance to escape if you're camping at 100. Gate. Someone cross-jumped me there, by the way. I saw that in the last second.
Warp drive active.
It takes a minute for these filaments to... Sorry, not the filaments. It takes a minute for these gates to actually activate. It's not like a gate in high sec or, you know, K-space where you just think, oh my god, look at these racks! Oh. Like, this is actually, most of these are Eden Common rogue drones, which is not really what we want. Yeah, I really should look for loot more often. Because if I could find little scraps like that, but for Triglavian fleets, it would be a lot easier to buy stuff from the Edencom store without having to go to Jita and actually spend ISK. Not the most ideal solution to things. Should have descanned. Actually, descan was clear. We're so close. Alright, let's get these guys into mining frigates. Mining frigate 1. Make sure he's... Yep. Mining frigate 2.
Warp drive active.
And let's get into standing fleet. Yeah, we don't have very many people here. Perfect. I believe my prospect is in this station.
Warp drive active. Docking request accepted.
Where's everyone else docked to the TTT? Except for the porpoise. Prospect, prospect, prospect. Where is prospect? I think somewhere else. That's at the refining. Alright. Let's go get it. I'm docking the rest of the multi-box fleet. This is tech. Let's go get that prospect. Also, I need to change fleet so that it all works. And then move squads so that I can warp. What? Mining here. And then move the rest into the same space. Move this guy over here.
Warp drive active.
This is the part that takes a little bit of time to set up, but
Docking request accepted.
once everyone is in position and just mining away, it's pretty straightforward. But you here, and then you as well. to the mineral field,
Warp drive active.
scout it out, make sure there isn't anything nasty there, but it looks like pretty much every Triglavian, the Drifter entity has despawned in the system. And yeah, the wormhole was indeed rolled. But we are super safe right now. The only threat is yeet filaments, I guess. Why is there so much noise next to my ship? What's happening? It's like that disintegrator sound is stuck on me for some reason from the previous system.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Active.
Warp drive active.
So we want Talisonite. They're all towards the left. It's very good. Closest one would be that one. And just making sure Noxium. Yep. I'm gonna get everyone to anchor on the porpoise. And the porpoise is gonna beeline straight for the closest Talisonite at 72. Everyone turn on their prop mods. So yeah, can definitely feel some strain on my computer right now. But even then, we're still good. Although the temperatures are pretty damn high right now. Let's try actually minimizing clients in Evo preview. It does mean that it's gonna get choppy when I alt tab off of my main. I'm also gonna go ahead and close Chrome. I'm gonna go ahead and close. There's nothing left to close. Alright, putting my computer to the test. Oh man, these temperatures are so high. If my broadcast stops for whatever reason, that means I have overheated and probably died. I don't think I'll die. It'll just my ship's warped is safe, but yeah, that's what would happen. I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn this guy into potato mode as well. Performance, yeah, and low fly. And on my ults, I'm actually gonna go ahead and that's not the right one. Gonna go ahead and turn off the ship exterior view so it doesn't render anything. And that seems to have dropped the temperatures by about 10 Celsius. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's get everyone to turn off their prop mods. It's kind of crazy. Should I turn back the quality settings for this guy? Let's see what happens. Because I would prefer if we could look at least semi-decent on stream. 80, 90, 94. Let's take the average. So far so good. Alright. Let's launch all the mining drones from my other guys. F, 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 F1, F1, F1. Then we wait until this thing is halfway done with its cycle and we F2. And that's about it. That's the whole story. Actually, this Talisonite's pretty much almost done. But there are some others which are close by. Okay. I wish we could get some crystals for the Triglavian ore. That would be awesome. Let's see. Yeah, looks like our temperatures are fine. It might get a bit choppy every time I alt-tab between my ults, but that's just the price we have to pay for, you know, not dying in a fire. Cerberus, scan, that seems to have our naming convention, so I guess we'll see. So I want to make sure that we have the ore hold selected in every other ship. And this is great. I'm glad they came out with the super potato mode. Now I can actually stream from my laptop with 4 accounts and not crash and burn. Yeah, these temperatures are fine. Absolutely fine. Still very hot, but manageable. I am getting some messages. And that's it. Oh, looks like the wormhole opened up. I think those guys who are in the wormhole are just rolling it. That's my theory, anyway. Cool. I want to make sure we're on the right tab. So essentially, I don't even know how long we need to mine here for. We get roughly 1,000 units, for each piece of talisonite that we get. At least I think that's the case. Maybe it's less? I don't know. So yeah. This is me mining in Triglavian space. And in terms of ores that are available, we have 3 types. We have this one, and that one. We also do get spodumane spawned in the roaming belts, so to speak. So it provides mostly everything that we need. However, you might notice that I guess I'll put spodumane. Oops. Put this back. Open a new one. Put this here. You might notice that we're missing pyrite and mexilon. That's right. Pyrite and mexilon are not available in Triglavian space. The exceptions are moon ore. So if you happen to have a crappy R4 moon anywhere that you can mine, that's pretty much your only source in the Triglavian systems. Alternatively, you have to import everything, and I just realized I'm not boosting. There we go, that should help. So yeah, you pretty much have to import things like Bisto or Pyrox series, compressed, obviously, from the trade hubs. Oh my, there's actually someone called Amp Burst. On Dscan. if he was to, he's still in D-scan. Okay, so if he was to warp in, what's he doing? If he was to warp in here, he will land right there, 70 kilometers away. Like I said before, you cannot warp to certain points within these anomalies. You'll always be put at the entrance of the anomaly. So he would have to slow boat towards us, cloaked.
The asteroid is depleted.
Huh.
The asteroid is
Turn
depleted.
on prop mods and head to the next closest talisonite, which would be right here, 16 km. Why is he not cloaked? I'm not super worried. Because even if he does slow boat towards us for 70 kilometers and then tries to tackle, pretty much every ship in this fleet has a faster align time than. Wow, that's right. I can't actually see the thing. There we go. I actually have to use my overview to find the rock. How embarrassing. F, F, F. F1, F1, F1. And then we wait. Anyway, he has a 5-second timer before he can even start locking our ships once he decloaks. And the Ventures warp off within, I believe, 3 seconds. Yep. And the Prospect, F2, F2, F2. And the Prospect and the Porpoise warp out within 4. So the moment I see him decloak, all I have to do is just press Warp Squad. Like so. And I might lose a couple mining drones, but ultimately better than losing a ship. And, you know, if that fails, I do also have burst jammers equipped, which should help. And the other thing is we don't even need to hang around here for too long. We just need enough talisonite to get the Noxium we need, and then just get out of here. Quickly do a survey scan. $14K cubed. Alright. My. And he'd have to float through this debris in the way. There's just no way it goes well for him. How is the temperature? Pretty hot. I will actually potato this screen just to be safe. And then the moment that I can get rid of my other alts, I'll switch back to better quality. Much better. Gotta go open the window a little bit. Hope he doesn't just decloak right now. That would suck. we'll finish up this rock. And maybe one more. And be on our merry way. Condor. So in a brief period that we were here, that's 12.6 mil from these 4 ships combined. Not great, not terrible. Spod still provides the best value. We do actually also have, it's called, yeah, Rakavim. This has a little bit of Zydrine in it. It's the only one that has Zydrine. It's not even that much. A lot of Isogen and some Zydrine. But it's still more than Spodumane. At least in just the information window. I'd have to check the yield per meter cubed on the website. Stratios is back on D-scan, uncloaked. Not on grid. Could he be at one of the gates?
The asteroid is depleted.
He's not there. Probably just an exploration ship.
The asteroid is depleted.
Okay, turn off my miners.
The asteroid is depleted.
Prop mods on. Prop mods on. Okay. The next closest Talisonite would be 21 kilometers away. Ah. Looks like my porp was running MWD the whole time. Oh my. Let's see, is this the one? Looks like the one. Prop mods off, prop mods off, everyone. F, F, F. F1, F1, F1. Oh, much better. Yeah, core sister probes. F2, F2, F2. Now what about the mining yield? So my prospect per mining turret does 10.8. The venture on this guy is 6.7. And the venture on that guy is also 6.7. So they have the same skills. So they're missing one level of the mining frigate. That's for the venture. Obviously, as a prospect, you have 4 lows that you could put mining laser upgrades. It's a really tight fit. You need max mining upgrade skill. You need that at 5, and then you also need a CPU implant at level 3. Or I think you might just be able to disable the cloak. No. It already has a 100% reduction, so it doesn't affect it. You can't really fit any meaningful mid slots in here. Right, because you're just left with 7.2. You could have a small... No, you can't have anything. I already played around with this fit in Python. The best thing you can put on here is a survey scanner, so you can at least, look at the rocks and see how much is left. In this case, it's 27, so this one's actually pretty chunky. I like it. And looks like the sender wormhole collapsed and has now been updated. Apparently we now have 2 Stratioses, or it's just the same one but with a different name. Put this, never mind, like so, and put this in here as well. I'm not gonna lie, Talisonite, this picture looks like a little poop. I'm tired. Oh god. Being poop. I mean, look at it. Oh, it's like a breadstick. You know, bread. Garlic bread. I like garlic bread. Guess, am I hungry? I can't tell. I really should mine more today, but I am dead tired. So I'm gonna get enough Noxium to build a Thunderchild, and then tomorrow we'll take it from there, or whenever I resume the stream. I will essentially deliver the battleship and go sell it in the perimeter, or heck, maybe even in Rennes, because there's a buy order for like 520 in there, which is pretty neat. But delivering it to Rennes would be really tough. Quite a few jumps. Because Rennes is where? Somewhere in Metropolis? Heimatern. Yep. And there aren't really any good connections from Pochven to Minmatar space. There's a disintegrator sound stuck on my ship. I don't like it. Did I disable all of this stuff? Oh well. The ore hold of the porpoise is filling up nice and fast. I think once the porpoise is full, once its fleet hangar and inventory are full, and then once these mining frigates are also full, we'll all go to the refinery and see if we have enough, which I think we do, if I'm honest. And it looks like that Stratios is actually destroying people's MTUs. Could go hunt him, but I don't really care. As long as he doesn't bother me, I don't really have a problem with him. I mean, he can try. I mean, look at that warp in. 85 kilometers that he'd have to slow boat through all of this nonsense. He'd have to go either all the way around or wiggle through the middle of this. He would not have a good time. By the time he gets close to me, I'll be like, yep, Time to warp out. Time to go. I bet he's here right now. We'll see. Can't know for sure. And looks like the temperatures have stabilized. 60 to 70. See, that's perfect. What if I do this? Oh, the other thing I did as well, I opened the window a little bit. So there's cold winter air just seeping into the room. Oh man, I actually forgot to look at the chat for a while. Hopefully nothing there anyway. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. Porpoise is basically almost full. Right. I don't have a proper fit. This is not a proper fit, but cloaked. So this is actually pretty fast, 269. If he's at all tanked, like buffer tanked, he would be moving significantly slower than 269. He's gonna take a while getting here. Have fun. What was this fit? What is this? It's called Nomad Exploration. Just kind of bring everything with you. Live out of Australios. It's actually one thing I really want to do. I want to go on like an expedition.
The asteroid is depleted.
Very good. Look at that. Look at that animation.
The asteroid is depleted.
That's what EVE Online is all about.
The asteroid is depleted.
Mining rocks. Actually, we're basically full. Let's deactivate my boosts. And by God, I hope that Stradios is on field. So he can just witness me warping off. I hope he was close too. Bye. I think this is enough telecine. We'll know for sure in a minute. We needed... I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Go ahead and contract that Thunderchild blueprint to my industry guy. Contract to this guy. Next. Finish. I don't need to dock here. This guy may as well dock here.
Request accepted.
I am gonna go dock at our port.
Warp drive
Same with this
active.
guy, same with that guy.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Perfect. I have my refining thing with me. How do I turn this back on? There we go. Or hold talisonite, and talisonite. 31 mil total. Quite pathetic. We process, and we get 38,000 Noxium. 1.2 megasite. That is literally everything that we need. If I'm not mistaken, that is literally everything that we need. How heavy is this? I'm pretty I can't quite do it in one trip. I'm not in dire need of titanium right now, so I'm gonna leave it here for my next trip with a mineral hauler. Wait a second. Oh, I have plenty of space. It's not gonna be enough, but I can bring half of it with me now. Ta-da! Okay. So with that done, we're gonna head back to the manufacturing plant. We're also gonna accept the contract.
Warp drive active.
Accept. Yes, accept. So exciting. Okay. About to start building our first Thunderchild. Even with having to buy the required materials from Jita to buy the blueprint at the LP store, even with that, we make a profit. At least 200 mil.
Docking request accepted.
Put this here. Put this here. Or hold empty. Perfect. Stack everything. Go to industry? No. Let's find a Thunderchild and use it. Look at that. We have everything we need. The sell price is actually a lot higher than the buy price. So if I'm patient and I put this thing up on the market, I might make an extra 100 roughly. So I'm gonna make anywhere from 200 to 300 at most. Either way, it's good. This is good. And so yeah, here are the bonuses. We have 4.2%. Just so happens the battleships is something that we can construct here quite efficiently. It's so nice. So how much knocks him? 38. So that was basically 1.5 runs that we would need for a battleship. So 3 Talisonite rocks, essentially 1 porpoise full of Talisonite, we can build a battleship and a half. I guess depends on the battleship as well, but everything else we have a crap ton of Megasite. Would that be Biznatin? Most efficient one? Megasite isogen. I mean, it's supposed to be rare, I get that. Spodumane? How much do you have? Okay. It's just one of those things. Start! And 2 mil. So overall, we have spent 10 million on the blueprint, 234, so that's 244, and then 2.7. Almost 250 million just to get access to this ship. And now that we build it, it's only going to take 1.5 hours, because once again, lots of bonuses apply to this thing. Ooh, I actually have a Demovic thingamajig. Nice. Gonna deliver this to my main, and then tomorrow I can deliver both of those things to this Demovic that I don't remember why I started building it, but it'll slightly offset the cost of the Thunderchild's required materials for the BPC. Okay. Slog everyone else off, so they stop heating up my computer. Oh crap! I forgot to Change their pods. Okay, well that's just something that I'll do after the stream, so they continue training at a faster rate. Jump, 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 jump. Oh, okay, and you can log off. So, yep. Back to the main. Contract assigned. I already accepted it. Okay, so that was uh my little adventure today of um living in Pochven, mining in Pochven, and trying to build a faction battleship, one of the newest battleships in the game. It's very how do I say it? Useless in most situations, and its cell volume in even in Jita is very low, so it's gonna be tough to sell it. I'll leave it as a sell for now. I think I'll just put it between the buy orders and the sell so that I can make a little bit more of a profit. But yeah, that was the goal for today. This right here. Acquire a Thunderchild BPC and start building it. So by the time I wake up tomorrow, this thing's gonna be ready and good to go. I might try it out. I think I have it trained till level 1, potentially. No. No, I don't even have the skill. How much is the skill? And can I purchase it via this menu? Ah, 136 million. Just to fly that silly thing. I don't know, man. Maybe. But I have other things that I need to train for. There's an R64 on the horizon that I'm going to be mining. So I need some crystals. It's going to take 7 days. It's probably worth it. How long is that going to take if I change to my training pod? Yeah, that's it. Geez, 7 days. Oh, much better. 5 days, 13 hours. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out here today and watching this stream, or if you're on YouTube, watching this video after the fact. I hope to be streaming more. This was more of a test stream after I set everything up. I've been setting stuff up for the last 2 days, so I'm very happy with how things went. Because, like I said before, you know, with Streamlabs, my stream would just cut off. Like it would stop sending data. It would sit at 0 kilobytes per second, and it would still think that the stream is happening, which it wouldn't notify me. And you know, obviously the whole thing was ruined because I'd have to restart, and it was just this mess. But this has been a minor success. Get it? Minor success because I was mining today. Okay, I'm sorry, I was tired. Um, okay, well, thanks again for hanging out here, and I'll see you next time. Bye.